A 33-year-old female patient complains of decayed tooth. IOP reveals dental caries with forceps not involving the pulp. Composite restoration is planned and the bonding system applied is shown in the picture. Which generation does it belong to? So basically, which we read here are basically these 7 generations of the dentin bonding agents. So dentin bonding agents, 7 generations are there, but for our exam purpose, we will be reading from 4th to 7th, right? So 4th, 5th, 6th, and then you have your 7th generation, right? So I'll be giving you the important points about the various generation, and we'll deal with the 7th generation in detail. So first of all, the 4th generation, yes, the concept of hybridization starts from the 4th generation. Okay, so what is a hybridization? Basically, this particular process is characterized by the hybridization that occurs at the interface of the dentin and the composite. Okay, so what happens? Hybridization is the replacement of the hydroxyapatite crystals which are present in the dentin, of course, and the water in the surface dentin, and that will be replaced by resin, that is your composite. Okay, so hybridization is one of the very important characteristic feature of the 4th generation from where this concept starts. Now there will be 2 or more ingredients, right? So there will be primer, there will be etchant, there will be base, right? So 2 or more ingredients would be there, and that is going to be a multi-step procedure, right? So this is something that is important here. We have to mix the 2 or more ingredients in precise ratio. So now this makes the chair side procedure a cumbersome process, and it becomes a difficult one. And if we talk about the bone strength associated with 4th, is going to be around 20 to 25 MPa. Okay, so these are important points about 4th. Now coming to the 5th generation. Now the 5th generation is a single component, single bottle system. Okay, so it is going to be single component, and we call it a single bottle system. And in this, actually what happens, this is all done to simplify the restorative procedure by combining priming and bonding into one step. So there will be one step in which you have the primer plus bonding agent combined, right? And yes, the bone strength here is going to be 20 to 25 MPa. Okay. Now in this particular 5th one, you are going to have primer and base in one, and you have to etch the enamel separately. So basically first you will be etching. After etching, then you will be applying the second step, that is your primer and base, which is combined in the bottle, and that's why it is known as single component or single bottle system. Now after this you will have 6th. Now in the 6th generation, adhesive do not require etching, so there is no separate etching thing. Okay, so basically we call it as a self etching primer. Okay, in this there will be a dentin condition in one of the components, although it can be multi-step, but yes, this has lesser bone strength compared to 4th and 5th generation. So the bone strength here is going to be, etching is not required as a separate process here, and bone strength is going to be around in the 6th generation is around 18 to 23 MPa. That is lesser than the 4th and 5th generation, and that becomes an important question for your exam also. Although 6th generation is a newer generation, but still its bone strength is lesser than 4th and 5th. Then we have the 7th generation. Now it is a single step, single bottle with self etching in it. Okay, so it will be single step, single bottle, and there will be self etching in it. Although there is a variant, there is a further simplification of the process, so we'll be dealing with that later, but we'll read the basic concept here. There's no need of separate step for etching. It combines etchant, priming and bonding agents in one. Okay, so primer, etchant and bonding all will be in single bottle. That's why it is known as the single bottle system, right? Now the bone strength here are again lesser than the 4th and 5th generation, and it is around 18 to 23 megapascal, right? Now, yes, if it is again compared to fourth and fifth generation, it is going to be lesser here in this case. Now, there is a variation in this particular. Yes, there is a single bottle system, okay, and it is given by 3M adapter easy one self etch adhesive. Okay, so that is called as self etch, selective etch, direct restoration, wire delivery. Okay, all these are going to be single component system. But what happens in the other way, there are one step two component system. So what happens in that, there are two blisters and we have to burst one blister to mix two components together, and then this will be working as the single system. Okay, so that is something which we have to remember, and this is going to be the variation of the seventh generation in which one step two component system is there. So if we go back to the question here, we'll be understanding that this is the two component but single step system where seventh generation is in picture, right?